It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 23.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This fielded right at the goal line. Here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by Taysom Hill, the very versatile quarterback out of Brigham Young.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
First play and a first throw coming for Hill. He gets it to Thomas. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rusher's right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit, but it also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take that shot and still deliver downfield. Showing a little toughness, and the team rallies around him. This could really help them on their drive.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost found like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They run it again with Kamara. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Hill. And he spins through. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll try the air now with Hill. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Hill now operating from the red zone. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you, somewhere along the way, the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll fake the give to Sanders. Now Hurts. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. That one good for 37 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And oh, it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. There he goes, left side. The 40. Past the 20. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Well, I think there was a lot of surprise from the kicking team there. After the block, they kind of froze and then realized, oh, wait, they can return this, and they returned it all the way.
And you know why they froze? Not often do you get that second sound, right? There's the kick, you hear that, and then there's that second thud when there's a block. That's when people freeze and they have to realize where the ball is. They picked it up and took it the other way.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. taken at about the 1. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. After 1, our score 9-6. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play fake. Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. On 4th down, Hill. Got an open man, it's Olave. And he is going to have the Saints 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Off of play action, Hill. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Here's Hill. Gonna throw right side here, complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this will come up short.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive.
Well, this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 62 yards. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then deny to see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Kind of picked themselves up from that one.
And he fires one incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
So here we go on 4th. Hill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
They'll start with the option.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Throwing is Hurts.
Touchdown.
Devontae Smith.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Down the numbers. There he goes. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points.
That is a play that you just do not see very often, maybe a couple times a year. The blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, it's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they fail. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Out of the gun, Hill. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Hill. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. First down now, but that clock rolling. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, Alfie's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
Now it's Hill, rolling to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you've got to think. Go for 2, tie it up, go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. Hill looking to throw for it. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Hurts throw there taken in by Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Come on. Hey.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Play smart, baby. Let's go.
On 1st down, Hurts. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Saints. And they were able to have some success throwing the football against the secondary. Look for that to continue as they try to break this deadlock. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, we get a look at their numbers on the ground in that first half, as they'll be looking to rev things up here in a tie ball game.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
It's Devontae Smith and the Eagles ready to go on offense.
He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here. 3rd quarter, we'll see what else he has in store for us. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll go option to the short side. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Man open left side is Brown. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 43. 12 yards there as they move the chains. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Automatic first down.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
It's caught. Smith. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Ready, break.
At the 14-yard line.
Ready, go.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good, and they have regained the lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
They go play fake, and it's Hill. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
On second down, Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Now Hill looking to throw on first. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They'll fake the handoff. Now Hill. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 33 yards that time.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Throwing again is Hill. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taysom Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was Taysom Hill who finished it off with a touchdown.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
I got you, baby.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
At the 32-yard line.
Hurts. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle 1st down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He'll look to throw. Into the hands of Sanders. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara, try to run for it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee.
Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.